I'm doing this live because I'm trying to help people in the same situation that I was in years ago. I've come out of this now, but I wanted you to see how it affects, and it's not just getting beaten up. It is all different ways that is a domestic abuse. I've been in refuges and things, and I just wanted to come on to do this because I have put a video on mine, but it's not with words. The reason why I done it with paper in my last video and not by talking is because if anybody is with an abuser at the moment, it's easier to watch it on your screen than it talking out and get me into trouble. And literally I want everybody that needs to get out safely. But I wanted to give my encouragement to other women and men. So anyway, I'm going to start. So if you are with your abuser watching this, please save and watch later. I know you can't save live, so I think you can go onto my channel and have a look at this later if you would like to, and only do it if it's safe to do. So did you know that 2 women are murdered each week? 2 women a week are murdered through their domestic violence partner. I mean, that is a lot. 1 in 4 women are abused and affected by domestic abuse. And did you know that 1 in 6 men in their lifetime are abused? It's not just women, it is men too that it affects. I had a very good friend that was abused by his wife, sadly lost his life. So men being abused is a real thing too. It's harder for men because men's supposed to be this macho. But anyway, I'll keep to this. So firstly, they say love is blind, and it is literally blind. When you're in domestic violence situation, you don't actually see it. You kind of do, but you smog it over because you don't want to see it. Sometimes we see the warning signs, but we dismiss them. Exactly what I was just saying there. We dismiss all the signs because we want to be loved. We don't want this person to even think of this person as being an abuser. My new partner is lovely. They call me Princess and Babe. If someone only calls you Princess and Babe, it's mainly because they have other people that they are seeing. And so they don't want to get the names mixed up. So they don't call you by your own name. And that diminishes you also, because when somebody just calls you Princess and Babe, yeah, it's good to start off with, but they're not recognising you. So, alarm bells please. If they call you Princess and Babe all the time, if they call that call you Princess and Babe all the time, please try and dismiss them. Try and get them to call you by your name. And if they generally just call people Princess and Babe, you know, and you say, actually, can you call me by my name? They're not going to mind calling you by your name. So my partner loves me so much, they walk with me everywhere to keep me safe. Now, this is one of the triggers as well, is when they say, oh babe, I don't want you to walk down there by your own. What if something happens to you? And then in yourself, you're feeling like, oh, he really loves me. He makes sure I'm home safe. You know, it's not. It's because they're controlling you. And they want to know where you are at all times. Sometimes, you know, say it's in the dark and it's like 10, 11 o'clock at night and they're saying, I'll walk you home so nothing happens to you. Yeah. But there's a difference. If they're always saying, oh, I'll walk you here, I'll walk you there, and it's just to the shop or something, that's not right. So my partner loves me so much, they walk with me everywhere to keep me safe. Everywhere. So my partner is loving me so much, they message and call me all the time. That is unhealthy. So to call somebody all the time is because they're checking up on you, basically. And a lot of people that are abusers, they call you and they text you all the time, but they expect you to text them back or call them back straight away. That is also unhealthy, and that should be a really, really big trigger if they get mad at you because you haven't messaged them straight away. Unless it's urgent, of course. My friends and family keep warning me, but they don't know them like I do. Now, when your family and friends are warning you, it's because they are concerned and they know what they're like. But a lot of abusers actually get on side with your friends and your family. And they make themselves out to be this great person. And then they'll start dwindling your friends and your family away. And it might be that they say, oh, your friend, I think she likes me. I think she likes me. I think she might have a crush on me because she said this. You know, and in the end, all your friends and your family disappear. And that's what they want. They want you to be on your own. They don't want you to associate with others. They want to isolate you. My friends and family don't see me anymore. But I'm okay because I'm with my partner and my children. That's what they make you believe. They make you believe that you don't need anyone else, you know, around you. All you need is them. And that is an isolation and controlling issue. Because actually, you do need other people. I can't go out on my own anywhere. My partner gets so angry. And that says it all, doesn't it? I can't go out on my own anymore. Who am I? A child? My partner gets so angry. Why would your partner get angry if you wanted to go out? I have to like and do what my partner likes. I'm losing myself. Because they want you to do anything that they like, but anything that you're interested in, they are not interested in. And to be with somebody who's not interested in anything that you do, but are interested just in their own stuff and want you to do, you end up losing yourself. Don't ever lose yourself. This is hard for me because I went through all of this, and I went through it a long time ago. There's something up there because I'm spiritual, and if you're following me, you'll find that all my things are to do with spirituality. But something told me that there's a lot of people out there and they need help to get out of this situation. And as I've been through it and experienced it, and I've done freedom programs, I've learned a lot, and I have come out of it, and I'm thankfully not in a domestic violence situation or relationship anymore, and I will never be again. And that's thanks to a freedom program that I done. And I done that 3 times because it's hard to get out of it and to stop the cycle. So kind of go for the same people all the time, but you're not learning. I'll continue with this. So they tell me I'm useless, and they say not even your friends and family want you. And they end up making you look crazy, actually. And so they tell me I'm useless. And actually, by this time, you feel useless. Your self-esteem's gone. And they say not even your friends and family want you. And that's because they've pushed your family and friends away. It's not because they don't want you. Of course they want you. But he's stopped them, or she has stopped them. I'm not going to go on just males, because females also abuse. So they tell me I'm useless, and they say not even your friends and family want you. This is mental abuse, and it's also domestic violence. Somebody said to me the other day, because I was talking about this, and she was saying about this other lady who was isolated, that their partner isolated them. And I said, oh yeah, I've been through domestic violence before. And she was like, no, this is not domestic violence. They just didn't want her to be with anyone. And I'm like, that is domestic violence. And a lot of people just think punching and that is domestic violence. It's not. And actually, the mental abuse and the isolation is the worst kind of abuse, in my mind anyway. They say no one else will take you and your children on. That's because they know that they're treating you so badly that they're scared in case you find somebody else that will. And that's why they say that. They say, have you seen yourself in the mirror lately? Who would want you? That is also because they don't want you to find somebody else that will treat you right. They want you to themselves. I'm so ugly, I feel so alone. I'm embarrassed and ashamed to ask my family and friends for help. And that is one of the biggest things, you know. You're suffering on your own because you don't know where to turn. Your friends and family are no longer there. So you feel like, oh, I can't phone one of them. And then you feel ashamed and embarrassed because you've believed everything that they've said to you. And then literally you have no one to turn to. And even some of my things that I went through, I still would not talk to some of my friends and family about. Not so much my friends, but probably my family. Because I know it wasn't me. But, you know, it's hard to talk about things. And then they know things. And you kind of get into, I don't want them pitying me, you know. But yeah, so I'm so ugly, I feel so alone. I'm embarrassed and ashamed to ask my family and friends for help. Also, did you know that sex while you're asleep, and if they have sex with you while you're asleep, that is actually counted as rape, and that is sexual abuse. So I just wanted to get that in there. And this, I have no voice. I have no voice because you've been diminished so much that you have no voice anymore. And you don't even know who you are anymore by this time. My partner has lied to their family and everyone about me. They all think I'm crazy and everyone loves them. So for me, there was a lot of lying going on, and they told their family so much lies and made me sound that I was absolutely crazy. And yeah, and everyone went on his side. So they do that. They do it so that you have no one. Isolation. I feel alone. I don't want to be here. And what did I do? And that's another thing you do. You question yourself. What did I do? What did I do so wrong? You know. And it's not you. That is one thing that you've got to realise. That is not you. You didn't do anything wrong. They just control. They just control. I feel like I am going mad. Maybe they're right. You start doubting yourself. You start thinking, you know, that it's me. It's me. So this bit here, I feel like shaving my hair off. I write mug on my head. Right, so this is when I got really, really so depressed in that I actually was going to shave my hair off. I don't know why. Well, I was going mad. You know, I was going mad at that time. Shaved my hair off, and I actually did write mug on my head because I felt like I was the biggest mug ever. And then I wanted to kill myself. Let that sink in. I actually wanted to kill myself. And I wanted to kill myself because I couldn't see a way out. I could not see a way out whatsoever. I know people say, you know, just walk out the door, you know. It's not as easy as that. You have your whole life there and you feel so, your self-esteem's gone. You think you're ugly. You think that you're not good enough for anybody else. You don't even feel like you're good enough for yourself, let alone anything else. And then you feel like the only way out is by killing yourself. It's not the only way out. And if you continue to watch this, you will see in a minute. So, my option to kill myself wasn't really an option. I have children. So, I was not going to kill myself. So, I suddenly get brave. Yay, I get brave. And I think, who's going to help me? Ha! The police. So, I call the police. And they don't do nothing. Nothing whatsoever. And they leave. You got it? My partner has gone mad. He's going mad. My partner is going crazy about calling the police, you know? So then, what happens? When you call the police, the social services becomes involved. Sorry about this, there's people talking out there. So, but yeah, so when you call the police have to inform social services. So now I have social services involved. And literally, I hadn't done anything. But now I have social services. Now the children are classed as emotionally abused. And now I'm out of that. I can see they were emotionally abused, yeah. And I should have got away a lot sooner than I did. Alright, so social services believes them and my partner's family all lies because he's built up all this with his family about me, saying, you know, about going crazy, you know, and all different kinds of things, what lies and that. They all tell social services all these things. And they ask me questions. So I'm thinking, social services, they're here to help me. Yeah, right. Social services want to help, you know, with children and the mums who's been domestically violence against. No. So social services turns everything I tell them on me. They believe everything they're saying. They turn everything I tell them on me. And now they want my children. They want my children. I may have lost myself, but I will not lose my children. I will not lose my children. I have to leave. I thought the only way I can do this now is just get out of here, get away. So I call Women's Aid. Yeah, I call Women's Aid. That is the best thing I ever done, was to call Women's Aid. And they have a place for us. But now how do I get there? It's 100 miles away. Over 100 miles away. How will I get there? Well, I forgot to mention this part, because as I was getting all this emotional abuse and I was getting braver, I started to save money. I was like, just only like fivers, a couple of pounds or whatever, and I started saving. And I had a secret stash away. And I kept saving and saving and saving. When I actually left, I didn't tell the children. I don't think I didn't tell them, because I didn't want it getting out. And I packed them, only a few bits, but enough. And I told them, go and pick one thing, what you want, you know, a toy, just one thing you can take with you. And they went and got that, and I booked a taxi, and I paid, I think it was £250 I paid for a taxi to take me to the Women's Refuge. The police will sort that also. The train station help with tickets with domestic violence. Right, social services did not help me whatsoever. They were trying to take my children because of my domestic violence. The police, I went to the police, and the police did not help me. And the train station, I don't know if that's a new thing, because mine was quite a few years ago now. But I'm on here to try and help. Social service can issue training. Oh, okay. Social services actually didn't want me to go. Social services, I asked them for help to get away, and they did not want to. They didn't want to help me. So I think that because when I went up there, I was talking to social services up there as well, because the social services down there got in touch, and the social services up there said, has this woman been in a domestic violence relationship? And the other social services was yes. And so the other one said, well, she's doing the right thing coming up here. And it was like that they just wanted me stuck down there with them, so that they could take my children, because they knew that this wasn't going to stop, because this partner that I had kept coming to my house, you know, throwing abuse, and every time that happens, it stacks their records up against me. Thank you, Angelica. So yeah, social services for me in the area that I was in, you know, they weren't no good for me. Social services, when I went to the Women's Refuge in a different area, they helped me. And yeah, so anyway, they have a place for us now to get them there. It's over 100 miles away. So like I was saying, I got the children in the taxi, in the minibus, because I had a lot of children. I had some clothes and that just put away, and I was saving money, and that's what paid for my taxi. But please, 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 always do this safely. I pay for a minibus with some of our belongings, and with some of our belongings, I leave our home forever. And that is a hard thing to do, to leave your home and everything in it, to leave it all behind and know that you can't get it back. So luckily I got hold of my mum, and my mum and dad went and got some of my items out of there for when I moved into my new home. But I literally had to walk away from a house that was actually specially built for me. It is hard, and I'm so glad that you done it a year ago. It's amazing. I'm glad. Have you done the Freedom Programme? Yeah, it was heartbreaking, Angelica. It was. And I feel for all of you that went through it all. Yeah, I really recommend the Freedom Programme because it kind of gives you insights, doesn't it? So we are in a strange place. It was in the refuge. It was in a strange place with strange people. Well, not saying they were strange as in a strange way, but we didn't know them. But we are support for each other. We are safe. And that was the main thing. There was other people there in the same situation. 31 years. Bless you, yeah. 31 years, that's a long time. Mine was 8 years. So, but I'm so glad that you're safe and got out. Yeah, it's scary, yeah. Yeah, totally. So, yeah, so when we went to the refuge, it was like there's people there that has been through it, so you get to help each other and support each other because you're going through the same thing. But just knowing that you're there and you're safe, you know, they have all these security measures on the doors and that, so you're safe when you're in there, and you've got other people to talk to. The kids have got other kids to play with that's been through the same thing. You've got support workers there, that are there for you to help you in times that you need help. They help you with rehousing. They help you with outings and that. So they put on special things for you. They help you with mentally. You can go and talk to them. There's loads and loads of things that they actually help you with. Your finances, anything that you need. They give you somewhere to stay. I mean, I was luckily enough to have like a flat thing. Like a little. So you've got a kitchen, a living room, then you've got the bedrooms. In some refuges, I think you have like shared kitchens and your own bedrooms and that. So, but you're all there and you can support each other is the main thing. And you're safe. So I was building myself up. It was a very slow process because of how much damage that that was put on me. So it is a slow thing. Meditation helped me a lot because I found myself inside myself again, which is why I'm doing a spiritual channel. So I can buy myself and my children new clothes. And I did. I went on a spending spree and I bought my kids new clothes and myself new clothes because we could never have new clothes in that whilst we was there. Obviously we did have a few bits, but it was a lot harder to get things then. I am becoming happier. It is hard though. It's hard because although you've left your abuser, it's really, really hard because something keeps pulling you back there all the time, which is why a freedom program is all yeah, you did, you went and picked your own clothes. I gave you all money, didn't I? And you just went and got them all. Yeah. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, so I was becoming happier in that, but you're still pining over that person. It's not like all their memories and that all go, because then your good memories start coming back. So then you start feeling like, oh, was it that bad? Yes, it was that bad. And that's the thing you have to remember. It was that bad. And if you go back, it will be the same. How do I know? Because I'd done it. And they didn't change. And I outed them. And I've never gone back again. So try to wipe that out of your mind. They will not get better. That is them. Like they say, leopard never changes their spots. Yeah, I get you there. I'm so glad that you're out of that, because two women a week, are killed through domestic violence. 2 women a week. Hi Tara. Yeah, you was really, really lucky. We're all lucky that survived. And I don't class myself as a victim. I actually don't class myself as a survivor, neither, because I'm me, and I went through it, and like yourself, you've gone through it, and we've come out better. I believe we would come out better, because we have learned, and now, because we've learnt from it, I'm able to come on here and I'm able to try and help other people now, that hasn't got the courage to go, that doesn't even know how to even go about leaving, But like I keep saying, if you do leave, please do it safely. 6 months later, I get a new home for us all to live in. I say 6 months later, I can't actually remember how many months later it was, but I think it was approximately 6 months. But I was in an area that was easier to get homed. If you're in an area that housing stock is not as great, or is in more demand, should I say, it can take longer. Ah, phew, that must have been so hard for you to leave your adult sons. Oh, oh, so they carried on what your abuser was doing to you, and that can happen as well with children. The girls tend to learn to put up with being abused, whereas the sons learn to be the abused. And that's, you know, that's the devastation effect it has on children, I'm afraid. So, but I'm so glad, Tara, that you have got out. I am really, really so glad. Thank you, Angelica. I love you too. Thank you. Love you. It is the ripple effect. You're right. So we have started again, and we are free. And at last, I have a voice. I have a voice. And I haven't spoken about this for such a long time, and I never ever have thought that I would come on here and just air stuff, you know. Not that I'm going too deeply into what I went through, but I now have a voice, and I am going to try and help as many people that is going through this to get out of their situation, and stay out and stay safe. Oh, thank you. I'm also glad that you're safe too. Really, really glad. Loads of hearts to you too, Tara. And guess what? My friends and family are back. I have my friends and family back. And that was a big thing as well, because when you're on your own and you're with your children, you're trying to set up your new home and that, all your friends and family, they come back, and that was so lovely, because then you have support from everyone, you know, and they actually don't, some of them don't even realise what you went through. Most of all, I have my children. I left, I have no social services, and I have my children. I am not scared anymore. I don't need to be scared. I don't need to be scared. Right, so remember, I want to point this out. Remember, domestic violence is physical violence, mental abuse, sexual abuse, financial abuse where they control your money, and isolation where they keep you for themselves. Do not think just because you were not beaten up, because some people aren't beaten up, that you are not suffering domestic abuse. Please seek help, but please do it safely. Mine ain't only my daughter. I stay away from my sister, everyone, as they cause trouble. Oh, bless you. If you ever want to talk, just message me and I'll reply to you. Because we all need somebody sometimes to lean on to. If you are with an abuser, please seek help when safe to do so. And I'm really, really sorry that I haven't got the men's aid, because I I don't even know if they've got one for men. They must have, but I'm really sorry that that I haven't got a men's one, because it's not just women that suffer abuse, it is also men. But if you want to call the Women's Aid and get out of your away from your abuser, please do it safely. They do have an online, so you can contact them online, Women's Aid UK. But if you want the phone numbers from England, if you've got, I'll let you have a few minutes to get a pen and paper if you want these numbers. You're welcome. You're welcome, Tara. Right, so has everyone got their pens and papers that want to get out? Right, so from England, it's 0808 2000 247. That is for England. 0808 2000 247. Right, Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland Women's Aid number 0808 802 1414. That is for Northern Ireland. 0808 802 1414. Please do this safely. Scotland Women's Aid 0800 027 1234. So that is Scotland 0800 027 1234. Thank you, Tara. Thank you. The support means loads. It really does. Because this is a really hard thing to do. So, yeah. Wales Women's Aid 0800 8010 800. That is Wales 0800 8010 800. And for the Women's Aid UK wide, the number is 0808 801 0327. That is 0808 801 0327. Please, if you are thinking of leaving, please make sure that you save a little money, get things together where they're together, but he can't see that you've got things together, or they can't see that you've got things together. And most of all, please do it safely when you know that they are definitely not going to be around when you actually leave. Now, you don't need to take anything with you. Once you're at the women's refuge, they will actually help you. But for you to be a bit more comfortable when you're there, you are better off taking a little bit of money with you and having enough clothes for you and your children, enough at least for like 3 days, so you can wash clothes and, you know, keep changing or whatever. And don't forget, just little things really, maybe your toothbrushes or something, I think that they do supply all that kind of thing. But when you're there, just ask them, and don't be afraid to ask them, because they are there for you. Anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed this live, and I really hope that this has helped at least one person, you know, to get away from their abuser, and just know that there is life after this. Don't be that statistic, like 2 women are killed every single week in the UK. 1 in 6 men are abused, and 1 in 4 women are abused. Please, 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 if you need any advice or anything, just message me. I'm here for you anyway. I will be doing another one of these because I am going to try and help as many people as I can, to even just know, for them to notice that they are actually being abused, because some people in abusive relationships actually do not know that they are being abused. So yeah, that was really, really hard to do for me, but I've done it. So no, they're not alone. That's the thing, Tara, they're not alone. And although you do feel like you're alone in that situation, there is help out there. Even if the police turn around and don't do anything, you know, and social services don't do nothing, all they want to do is get on your back, you know, there is Women's Aid. And for me, if I was ever in that situation ever again, which I can't see myself ever being in that situation ever again, I would go straight to Women's Aid. I would not go to the police. I would not go to the social services. I would go straight to Women's Aid, whether it's online, or I can use my phone, you know, or whether it's on the phone when they're out of the way. But yeah, thank you so much for all your likes, and like I said, I will be coming on here to do another one, and if anyone's got any questions or comments, I will answer you as best as I can. I don't work at Women's Aid or anything. I got away from a domestic abuser, and I'm just want to help others, you know, so no, I know. Okay then, well, thank you so much for all your comments and likes. You can follow me as well if you would like to. My channel is mostly spiritual, but I think when you're on the spiritual path, it helps. Fooled again. See, Karen, that's the thing. It's hard because you tend to go for the same people. Once you're in the domestic violence, you know, abusers, relationships, you kind of go back to, you know, you think, oh, this person's amazing. They're not nothing like what they were like, you know, and they're doing exactly the same thing. Yeah, that's... Karen, have you done a freedom program? Oh, Tara. Yeah, Karen. Right. So, Karen, do the freedom program. it teaches you a lot of things that you can look out for, and so you spot them when you're first with them, even from their first sentences they say. That will really help you. I have done a freedom program 3 times, and the reason being is because the first time I done it on my own, so it didn't really help me that much. The second time I was with a group of other people. It helped me kind of to get to know it. But when I done my third one, it really sunk in my brain. So, and even still, you know, you still sort of tend to go that way, but since I've been on my spiritual path, I've kind of attracted more spiritual people. So it's a lot better in that kind of way. So if you'd like to follow me, and I will be doing some more of these. I have put a silent video up with my sheets of paper, and the only reason why I've done a silent one is because if somebody's there on their phone, I didn't want the abuser, maybe, you know, in the other room or something, hearing what I was saying. So I decided to do a silent video to help people too. So hopefully that will get shared, and that will help people too. Oh, so on here I'm Natural Magic Neura. On my YouTube channel I'm Natural Magic, but spelt with a capital N. On Facebook I am Sharon Reader. So if you can join me on any of them, and if anyone's got want a message, even just to talk, you know, I'm there. So anyway, I'm gonna send all my love out to you. Love and strength and healing to you all. I'm a Reiki healer as well, so I do Reiki healing. So I'll be coming on to do some Reiki some Reiki lives as well, distance healing. So if anyone be interested in that, yeah, just join me for that as well. Anyway, I hope you'll have a really, really good day, and I hope that you're all thinking, I'm going to leave. I do not deserve the way I am being treated.